Okay, I'm not going to call it predictive programming. I think it's a conspiracy in a movie, because a conspiracy in a cartoon, because there's too many parallels in Adult Swim cartoons. Not just Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but Venture Brothers, C Lab. I think it's because there's a little bit of truth to in a joke, and so one episode of C Lab, it's an underground laboratory under the ocean laboratory, right? They were like, why do we have all these vast vats of pus? And they were like, don't question, just move them. They're going over to wing whatever or something. So it was like a joke, like, yeah, like what would the government be doing with it? And why would they have it down here under the ocean? You know what I mean? And that's what they said in the joke, right? But it makes sense, because you know what biofillers are? Or like, it's a filler or something that they put. I'm not saying that they put pus in there, but you could, I would just speculate and shit, and that's not really helpful, right? And that's not saying that that's true. I'm not saying that they have that for sure, but it seems like it's just still a possibility, I know that's like, there's no basis. It's just because it's because I think that they're fucking on that show. On Adult Swim, like, I think they have some kind of fucking sixth sense or some shit. Like, all the vaccines and shit have pus in it. There's reconstituted as biofiller substrate, a substrate. But as far as like running tests and doing all kind of experimentation and shit, like, because like CRISPR software is developed on bacteria having a immune response, like their defense is some kind of reverse like DNA, RNA, but they use this involuntary reaction that where the DNA is allowed to make adjustments to the RNA or something like that, to implant, to put proteins in, to drop them into a pathogen. So it's like the bacteria's RNA is used in order to drop, what that's all about, right? But it just seems like they would need some fucking pus for lots of tests and shit like that. And it's like, otherwise, why would they fucking joke about that? Like, because it seemed like some shit that they would do, doesn't it? Like, it seems like some shit that... Would they be up to that in the late 40s? Because that's right before Roswell. What was like Eisenhower talking about the military-industrial complex and got to stop them and shit. So it's like, you notice how like this is okay now. All right, you're on some conspiracy land now. Stop it. But fucking, I don't come up with this shit. It just seemed like you have, I mean, like a limited amount of time to speculate on shit that you don't know anything about. And this is one of those areas where it's like you can't really fucking know anything. Are you telling me that Mare Island dropped they wouldn't have to do that? They could just have a, like there's been some, actually, what was the other shit that happened at Mare Island? They were doing some tests on the fucking soldiers or something. I had to do some research. There's a base. There's a huge facility. Not huge, but a big basing facility. And they were doing, or they're like not connected with the submarine base thing building site. So there's a building site for the Navy and then a huge barracks. And I have to find out what it was that, because I forget shit all the time. Anyways, I just use this shit to fucking guesstimate like spooky shit because they don't release the land. They don't give the, you know what I'm saying? Once they stop using the, like, it's just a place where nobody can go over. It's kind of spooky. This is a place where nobody can visit, There's really nothing going on there, right? Like you have a museum or something like that. Anyways.